Hey guys, welcome back to GreyWolf TV. Continuing with Person of Interest, we're on episode 17 of season 2. The last one. Oh, definitely in my top 3. Totally unexpected, and I'm not entirely certain if it's the writers, whatever you want to call it, that are possibly introducing a new character. Maybe not yet. It just was a little familiar. And now she's no longer got the job that she had, and she knows about our two guys. I don't know, maybe. I might be right, I might be completely off, I've no idea. Anyway, it was one of the best episodes of the season. I'm looking forward to more, so let's keep going. Episode 17.
Residents are advised to prepare for
Got 6
evacuation.
people's photos this time. I doubt we've got 6.
Any word from our dearly departed Agent Shaw?
Not a whisper. What worries me more at the moment is that we haven't heard anything from the machine recently either. The virus that she uploaded during the time you spent in your bomb vest could easily have spread from the Department of Defense systems all the way to the machine.
Maybe your machine really is on the fritz. Has this ever happened before, Finch?
It's a precedent.
It gave us all 6 numbers at once?
It is 6.
3 of the 6 numbers are listed on the NCIC missing persons database. 2 of the others dropped off the grid entirely. I found an account for Jack Rollins' visa, payments on the beach property, and a train ticket to Suffolk County, all in the last 24 hours.
Desk jockey at our CCSR branch. Handles cyber crimes, identity theft, mostly white-collar stuff.
All that business about Cal Beecher. What do you know?
Been doing my job for a long time, too.
Sticking.
And not having those IAB files, I can only surmise, but the kind of red flags they put up, Beecher is bad news.
This is Detective Carter of the NYPD. I've been looking through some missing person files that have your notes on them.
I work at headquarters in D.C., Detective. I don't chase leads. I write reports that no one reads.
They're evacuating the island, Finch.
Holy shit, it's bad.
Rental house. Where are you?
Well, I'm back at Rollins in Brooklyn, bumping around in the dark. There were no photographs of the missing persons at their homes, so I'm looking for photos, or a lack thereof.
Empty photo frames.
Oh,
Just
that's
like
on
the
purpose.
I'm not alone.
Neither's he.
There?
Fuck. Burned or something. Oh my god, that's teeth.
I think I know what happened to all those missing people.
Shit.
FBI, don't move. Hands up. I want to see some ID.
Well, which is it? You want my hands up or you want to see ID? I'm trying to locate someone, a guy named Rollins. Got some questions for him.
Well, you look for Rollins? Me too. I believe he's connected to
To another missing persons case.
Trail was hot on Rollins, but no one at HQ would get off their hands to follow up the lead. So I decided to come out here myself.
Someone tried to destroy these teeth.
But the flame wasn't hot enough to burn enamel.
No. That's why you need a
Takes the time,
crematorium.
but if the Vicks dentals are on file,
Need a proper
we can get
furnace.
an ID.
No, we can't wait that long. We may be looking at more than a string of missing persons. We may be looking at a string of murders.
Chief of Police is running the evacuation on the mainland. I'm the law left in a town with half its ass underwater. Chief, come in?
Mind if we at least make a few phone calls while we're here?
Sure.
Look, Marshal, we can't afford to sit around here with or without the deputy's help. I think we're on the trail of a cold-blooded killer.
You didn't want to share this earlier?
Come to the same conclusion.
Well, I did have all the facts. Technically, it's still just a theory. I would have called, but
You need
you're
to
not
give this
answering,
guy
I'll tell
the
you.
cold shoulder.
So I decided to drop by, and maybe you could tell me what I did wrong.
Cal, I'm working on something.
I'm looking at multiple murders across multiple states.
Yep.
The killer must have taken the identity of his victim before moving on.
Whoever is traveling as Rollins could easily still be on this island.
I picked a bad day to check up on my hotel.
So you're the guy building that hotel.
My drier days. We're 90 days out on that property. If it washes away...
There's more. On the way here, we saw someone down by the docks.
There's a lot of money in this haul. Didn't know I was breaking the law.
You have ID?
Don't get asked for it on the water.
No need for shooting! I was just looking to get away from this storm is all!
You from the island?
No, I was looking for some work on the boats!
What's going on
Oh,
here?
This amateur storm chaser, Harold Gull, is under arrest. He landed his float plane in the town square.
I needed a stretch of water to land, and there was, well, water.
This isn't a group conspiracy. Those numbers, they're all dead.
Yeah.
And we're tracking their killer.
What if the machine sent us all 6 numbers to tell us that someone had been all those people?
Stanley put them out. Someone used diesel to try to cook the pile. The killer was here minutes ago. He's close.
Assuming the identities of his victims, it's part of his ritual.
And now that Rollins' ID is burned, he's trapped. Why play games?
I assume he's smart and he digitally erased his original persona.
That the same guy both times?
Why do you ask?
It's a close match, but the guy locking up is left-handed, and the guy unlocking is a righty. He's also a couple inches taller.
Nice observation.
You want me to conduct a series of interviews with everyone on the station, and you want this guy to help.
He's the only one who arrived on this island after the bridge went out. I don't think we'll be taking too much heavy fire with his group.
Look, Jennings, I spend most of my 9 to 5 tethered to a desk. We've questioned a few embezzlers and some identity thieves.
Okay, so, ask.
This is Jack Rawlins, trying to establish who had contact with him on the island recently.
Who don't you recognize?
That honeymooning couple, for one.
Who's new?
And where did you two meet?
We met in Albany.
See all these tiny waves? They're called microseisms, and all these little bumps have a heartbeat. The needle picks it up like it would a tectonic shift, and it's picking up a lot.
Stanley, the bar owner, is a little below average, but I think there might be something wrong with him.
No. I just think his blood alcohol level could start a lot more.
Do you want to know who I don't recognize? I mean, half of Owen knows Cunningham Properties, but I can't say I've ever said hi to his face.
I'm wondering if you could shed light on a former student who went missing. Henri Mouzet. He graduated
in 2005. I remember Henri. Just as we told the authorities then, Henri never left a forwarding address. We often lose touch with recent alumni until they settle. Yes, his last
to
year
steal
was a student
identities
named Alex Declan.
to stay anonymous,
here,
or is he killing
what
out of
I just see a
fantasy
note on Henri's housing form. He requested a new roommate his last semester. Declan is listed in housing as Henri's roommate, but I can't find his registration.
You don't get out to the island very often.
I don't babysit my properties, but the hotel out here was days behind schedule. You think I want to slog around this sand pit in the rain?
Got a lot of D-rings. It's kind of weird. Unless you're a climber. Or in the military.
Or is it just exactly that? Thought for a minute that wrecked it. Oh!
Hey, you shouldn't go out there. The storm's pretty bad.
I'm following up on the lead. It's urgent. I need to get to Owen Island.
Whoa, yo, I can't let you do that.
You were helping them. What were they doing in there, really?
They asked to use my equipment for police business. They were looking for liars in the group, talking about finding a killer.
And what good did that do, Harold?
Behavior analysis, John. Just give it a minute.
What about you, Mr. Newlywed? Nobody knows your face. Wait a second, I know his face.
Everybody, we're forgetting she was killed with a knife.
24th MEU at a Camp Lejeune. Second tour.
Damn.
I couldn't go back. I wanted to get a boat to Canada. I got stuck here.
So who else knew you had that knife?
I don't know.
You serious? What, you think I'd hurt you?
I don't know. But I don't want to hurt you.
We've got a limited amount of males here, and
what you were trying to protect from the storm.
FBI agent didn't know about the guy's knife.
Unbelievable. We're hunting a killer. Instead, we get amateur drug night in the sticks.
Yep. Oh shit, there you go. I was right! I think. Yeah.
What gave me away?
Yeah.
When I wasn't watching, when you were resting on the table, you should keep an eye on that heart rate.
I knew you were too good at those interrogations.
Thought a bit more privacy would do us some good.
You know, the walls are closing in. Was that before or after you tore the teeth out of his head and threw them in a furnace?
Damn things never burn sloppy, I know. Like the last one? Federal agents always work in pairs, but this hard ass showed up solo in a stupid blue windbreaker. Then I realized my only way off this island was to become him. Then this damn storm hits and some cowboy U.S. Marshal comes knocking. I was stuck as Special Agent Fahey. Honestly, the question isn't who I am. It's who you are.
You're an amateur at this.
As cold as this water is, it'll be quick.
Now that Fahey won't get far, I think
You couldn't take off
Mr. Gull
his
might be my
persona.
next great challenge. And what about you? And what about you? You asked the question and you're the answer. You're playing. You're going to fly me out of here. You haven't outlived your usefulness. The things I've seen, the lives I've lived. One day I'll stop when I find the person I'm meant to be.
You can rationalize it however you like. But you hurt people because you like it. Because you're sick. You're maladjusted and you need help.
Don't worry. I'm good at that.
He's miscalculated this.
Just like you.
Oh, thank God for that car. Damn!
Body armor.
Fuck!
I don't know what happened last night between us. But, I'm wondering what happens today.
Is that a first for you?
Wish I could say yes.
Glad you made it back, Mr. Reese.
I am too. And I'm glad the machine was right.
If the machine had been working properly, we might have gotten a number for the real Alan Fahey and saved him.
Maybe.
At least the storm's passing.
No, Mr. Reese, I have a feeling that it's just beginning.
Okay, episode 17. Again, another that's two really good episodes back to back. That was a whodunit because it was a sealed, we're sealed off from the city. There was only a few people it could be. It's the same as having a lot of people in a hotel or wherever. And, one person in here is the guilty party and you got to figure out who. The fisherman was too obvious, but he was breaking the law, dealing drugs across the water. The military guy that Reese picked up on really quickly. I didn't pick up on that, he did, but then again, he's going to recognise that faster than the rest of us. He was way too obvious, no matter what his background as to why he was here. What that information was going to turn out to be, that was way too obvious. I was giving it time to literally narrow it down. And obviously, because we knew the person's male and we saw the CCTV that Carter found of him turning up as the guy the following day, one was right-handed, he's left-handed, I knew it couldn't be the fisherman because his build, his whole stature was completely wrong. So it had to be the FBI agent. It's the one. People don't question authority. Not in that manner. It was the perfect ruse for him to take on from the minute Reese found him in the house when he got to the island. It was all at that point that he had to assume that guy's identity because he was trapped here the same as the rest of them was. Finch's little lie detector that he came up with was pretty smart, but he did actually miss the one thing that he needed to pick up on. So this serial killer is a fantasist, expert liar, manipulator, like they all are, but he sees it as he is. I was wondering why he killed. They all have a reason. Sometimes it's fantasy, sometimes it's childhood trauma, sometimes it's about sex or it's about power. It's usually about dominance. Sex is usually just a secondary, but that wasn't the case with this guy. he felt as though he was taking these people away from their miserable lives, making them more interested by him assuming their identity in their life until he gets bored and moves on. Certainly a psychopath. But that was really good. Now then, at the end there, the machine, there's an issue. There clearly is an issue because it didn't issue a number for 3 days. And like Harold just said, it then issued 6 numbers because all it could do was give you the victims of the perpetrator, because it was already too late to save the other 6. And for 3 days you got nothing. And as he said, maybe had one of those days been the number for the original FBI agent, we could have saved his life. So he thinks it's just the beginning. I have no idea what that means, but I'm looking forward to finding out. But that was a great episode. Really enjoyed that. Carter has got a bit of a dilemma on her hands now with what's just happened. I'm not saying this guy's all bad. We know he's up to dodgy stuff. Carter's just saved Harold. But then, again, so did he. Because they turned their back on him. And then Harold only realised at the very last second that the guy was wearing body armour. Of course he is, because he's assumed the identity of the FBI guy. Damn. And the one thing we know is standard procedure normally with FBI is they work in pairs. That was on my mind from the moment we met him. Why are you here on your own? It's unusual for them to not work in pairs. Anyway, I got it right before it was revealed. So that's, a thumbs up for me for once. I actually figured something out before it actually happened. Right, we'll be back with episode 18 next. If you want to watch this, as always, in full length, you can watch it on Patreon. Link will be in the description as usual. There's also availability to watch all the edited episodes now over on Odyssey. I'll put the link down here for you, and you can go and watch them either on YouTube or on Odyssey for the short versions. And I will see you for episode 18 next. If you're not already subscribed and you enjoy Person of Interest, by all means, please give it a quick subscribe and a like, and I will see you for the next one very soon. Take care.